What do you think about people that do hook up to take care of their family? Right.
I'm in a position of privilege where I don't have to do that to make ends meet. I also understand that there are a lot of people that don't have that position of privilege, and it is not in my place to judge them for whatever this is they do.
I feel like doing hook up to support your family is the nasty thing to do. There is no excuse for it.
Don't say that.
That's what I said is my opinion.
Don't say it's a nasty thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it is nasty.
They're actually people that enjoy sex.
Hi, beautiful people. We're still in the studio with two wonderful people, Mr. Demola and Shola in the building. We still have them in the building, and we're still reading you guys' anonymous questions, and we're still giving it to them. So our very first question for our session 2, this is a little bit spicy, so I think you want to sit up for
raising the spice
the
spice to 2 or 3.
Dude, this was on level 10. No, don't play. Okay, but my first question is, what's your take on what Bobrisky is going through right now? Do you feel like it's fair, or like what do you feel?
It's not fair. I feel it's not fair at all. So
mommy of Lagos.
Nah, so like Bobrisky is one of those people I call Amuludu, right?
Yeah.
Amuludu because it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't, yeah.
Right? It's just I don't know.
She goes by she.
Shim.
Whatever.
Shim doesn't bother me.
She said she's transgender, so she.
So let's respect that, right?
The pronoun.
So she wants to be a she. Okay, yeah, I get it. And so she doesn't bother me because she doesn't just bother me. There's nothing. She's a social, like you said. Exactly. I just like when Yorubas will say that we're doing wobo bilomo, this kind of thing, right? So that's how I see him.
See her.
Right, sorry, I'll get used to it.
You.
Well, I think with Bobrisky, you're allowed to use both pronouns.
I said she didn't like it.
She wants to be referred as she because she says she's transgender. Okay. Even though she's in the male cell right now, let's still respect the pronoun.
So she, I'll get used to it. Anyways, so I feel like she's been targeted for reasons that are just like doesn't make any sense, and for the fact that she's a first-time offender, and that crime that she committed,
it's not what 6 months.
It's either 6 months. Actually, the law says 6 months or an option of fine. And they took off the option of fine.
Right.
That's not
what
fair.
What happened to the option of fine?
So it's 6 months with an option of fine or both.
Or both, yeah.
Okay. Now, she wasn't given the option for a fine. That's not fair.
That's not fair.
All right. And then number 2, I feel like, the lawyer messed it up for telling her to say that she was guilty. Who does that? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I understand that you could advise that. However, you have to look at the deal on the table.
On the table, yeah.
Yeah, like you want to. Why do I have a lawyer
Today I am Mr.
that
Ibubo.
tells me?
I'll do a better job.
Why do I have a lawyer that is like, say guilty? Thank you.
Yeah,
say guilty without. Some of us might not be lawyers, but we watch law movies. We watch law movies, and even with our common sense and
you're supposed
from the
to know.
movies,
You're not supposed to say you're guilty.
If I'm going to plead guilty, there has to be a deal on the
table, like a plea deal for you to take. Yeah,
and I'm very sure the deal on the table cannot be 6 months in jail, and you're still say guilty.
Say guilty. Yeah.
I mean,
even people that commit murder, when they ask them in the court, they be like, "Oh, I'm not guilty," because they want to defend themselves. Like there's a reason behind them committing that murder.
They shouldn't have gotten a lawyer. Anyways.
Yeah,
and if they are going to say guilty, if they want to plead guilty, it's because there's a lighter sentence.
Yeah,
you understand? Like you are giving me like the worst sentence there is
on the table, and
I'm still saying guilty. Like, why would I do that?
Why would I want to do that?
Yeah, so I feel like she's not been treated fairly. I feel like the Nigerian society just shows what it is. Bullying,
Bullying, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like she was abandoned because Bobrisky shows up for every and anybody. Go from Yoruba actors to their actresses to their musicians.
So
all of
what,
that.
what do you think?
She was just.
What do you think
I feel
that
I feel it's
you
not
feel
right
like we
to
should
be-
have taken to the street right now?
Abi?
And no, let me.
Because she's not going to be abandoned. It's the court.
I just feel like because personally, I feel like everything in Nigeria is about connection.
Did you not think that everybody would be tired by now?
I feel like there will be, but I feel like she's supposed to have some people that can step in for her. That 6 months was look at Obi Kubana, not Obi Kubana, chief priest. The fine was 50K, right? But he paid a 10 million fine. That's how you know there is connection for him.
No, it's
pay,
not
though.
connection.
He didn't
I
pay.
feel like it's connection.
Again, in Nigeria, everything works with connection.
Exactly.
But there are some things that don't need connection. You just need a good lawyer.
But I just feel like even if she doesn't have a good lawyer, I still feel like there are people that could come through for her.
That is our
'Cause
society.
what do you think is backing up Bobrisky this entire time?
I'm going to go back to what he said at the beginning. Number one, we don't think everything Bobrisky says is true. We said
True.
he's a cruise master. Like again, he
He's a
just
socialite,
says,
basically.
"I have this, and that," and a lot of this might not be true, but we just enjoy it.
We just enjoy it because it's fun. Yeah,
That's one. So you might not have the level, or she might not have the level of connection you think she has. Number two, I think there are some things that are basic, like you don't even need a connection for if you have a good lawyer. So if you say you are like this big in the society and you have a lawyer that is telling you to take a plea deal without any deal on the table, it tells to what you have. Then the third one is we need to understand that this is Nigeria. There are some people what Bobrisky represents is not something that is
acceptable in Nigeria.
like widely accepted in Nigeria, especially among the elite. Even though a lot of them
Do it underneath.
from reports, they do it underneath, like from gist that we hear and all. But it's difficult. It's one thing for you to need money, and I'm like, take this. It's another thing for you to be known for something, and you expect me to stand up and come and defend you.
When you know it's not acceptable.
When you know one, it's not acceptable. So you know that we live in a place that is like very
tight. They don't accept
like,
it. Yeah.
You get so again, why is Bobrisky targeted in the first place? Let's go back to the understanding that we just said it. I think in our previous show about what is being normalized in the society. So we're talking about the fact that as we live in a society where it's okay for a woman to date a married man and you are not being judged for it. If people, a lot of people are also coming from that angle that if he's doing or she continues doing what she's doing, and a lot of people start getting normalized, which it is, that we are also at that danger of it becomes so normal that it is acceptable. And again, I'm not here to talk about whether it should be acceptable or not. I'm talking about the mental space of where we are or where people are that
right now.
This shit is not acceptable. Well, this person represents this, and she keeps pushing it without any pushback. And the all pushback is just Twitter pushback, which at the end of the day just propagates it more because there's no negative. How do they say? There's no negative press. There's no negative publicity. So the more people push back, the more publicity it gets, the more it becomes normal. So you are dealing with a society that is like that. So you also have to look at the whole thing. A society that feels like, oh, what she represents is not what we should be representing. Some people coming around like, oh, I want to help him, but I stand the chance of being labeled to that. Oh, maybe you are Bobrisky's sponsor. Even if you are, you don't want to be labeled that way. So you are keeping your support to yourself.
Everybody they are
because the country is full of bullies. Country is full of bullies. To Buttress's point, I read something somewhere on Twitter sometimes like this tweet really blew up and it made a lot of sense. And the person was like, apartheid was legal. Racism was legal, slavery was legal, and it was like legality is a construct of the powerful.
100.
Right? So it's gonna change. Things will just change. Like right now, the powerful people in Nigeria who decide what should be legal are in the public space frowning at what the likes of Bobrisky do. So just like you said, people will hide their heads.
Exactly.
You
We
know,
tend to live in
we
a
just
conservative society.
conservative
And I'm
society,
saying
so
conservative because we know that a lot of this conservativeness is actually not
Hypocrisy.
true. A lot of it is hypocrisy, but again, it is still what it is. Being conservative.
Bobrisky, I really hope you're doing well in jail. I miss you. I miss your snap. I miss your sound, please. Stay strong for me. Okay, the next question is, what do you think about people that do hook up to take care of their family? Wait. Mr. Demola, please wait. Mr. Shola, please answer.
why did you tell him to wait?
Are you shy?
He wanted
Answer
to respond now.
No, you respond.
People that do hook up to take care of their family. What do I think? Well,
It's an opinion.
it's an opinion. Yeah, so I feel like this is just like an overflow of, let's pick it from where we're coming from, right? Prostitution is the oldest profession.
Yeah,
in
in the
world,
word. Yeah, it is.
right? So people have done prostitution to take care of their families, and they've lived well with it, and people didn't have problem with it in the past, right? And so things changed, right? And then there are laws and there's other things. However, I feel like there probably might be other ways that you can go to take care of your family.
Yeah.
And well, as much as I like talk about liberty, I like people to like be able to like
Conserve
themselves. To every action there's equal
There's
and opposite reaction. There's repercussion to everything. How about you choose a better path?
A better path.
Right. So for hookup and prostitution, I won't condemn them, but I won't recommend. I don't think that you should do that, because there are so many other things. There are a lot of things that can mess up for you in the future. It's going to mess up a lot of things.
Even apart from messing up, I'm sorry, like I said, this is my opinion. I don't owe anybody an explanation about this. I feel like doing hookup to support your family is the nasty thing to do. There is no excuse for it.
Don't say that.
That's what I said is my opinion.
Don't say it's a nasty thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it is nasty.
They're actually people that enjoy sex.
Okay, that's
right?
Okay. If you're doing hookup for self pleasure, that's something extremely different. But you saying you're doing hookup to support your family? No. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense to me.
There's usually a reason why people do things, right?
That's right.
So it pretty much feels like I like to write. And then I just go to become a professor, and I go to become an author, right? I just feed it, right?
But
so this person likes to have sex, no orientation, no advice, and they feel like, okay, if I have to have sex and my family is broke, why don't I just capitalize on it and make money from it?
That's true.
That's another scenario, right?
If you're using it to support your family, I feel like there are other ways you can do it.
We all agree.
Wait, I do not. I'm sorry. I don't think, because I've had this argument with my friends one time. And I know Nigeria is hard. I know I'm in another state and I feel like, oh, I'm just talking because I'm working and making money. But I just feel like there are other people in Nigeria that are actually suffering and they're doing the right thing. You don't have to do hookup. Have
you been to Nigeria lately?
Yeah, I mean, I've not been to Nigeria in like 6 years.
That country is hard.
I know it is hard, but Shola, I'm telling you, hookup is not the way to go.
I know. Can I say something?
Me and you on a different part. Okay, what part are you on? Please.
First of all, I'm on the part of, let's start with this. Is it good? Definitely no. The only thing I would say is I look at it from a bigger perspective. Countries where you see a lot of people on the street having to sell their body for money, it's a reflection of the economic situation of that country.
That's true, but I still
wait. Let me
how low you have to be.
Hold on.
But you say people enjoy it because they just have sex, right?
That's a caveat.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. It's a reflection of the economic situation of that country.
Okay.
Every country that you will read about that you'll be like, prostitution is illegal.
Illegal, yeah.
Or maybe it's not legal, but they're not doing anything
They're not doing
about
it.
it, and it's like a lot. Look at the economy of that country; it's not booming.
That's true.
Now, this is the reason why it's like that. A lot of people don't have choice. Now, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm just speaking from a position of understanding. A lot of people don't have choice. Would I ever agree that any member of my family, I would definitely frown at any member of my family doing hookup.
True.
Exactly.
You know why? You know why? Because we have choice. And I will get to it. Because we have choice. Like, I being part of that family is a choice. Because I know that if you come around and you be like, it is between you starting a small business and doing hookup, I could be like, hey, take this 100K, take this 1 million, go start a business. A lot of people don't have that one. You need to understand that people's situation is different. And at every time, if people could justify using money to buy Ashwebi, like school fees, hold on. If people could justify sports bets,
we can't compare that.
hold on. I'm not saying compare.
Okay.
I'm saying that people will justify whatever it is that they want to do.
True.
Now, I'll give you an example. I have a friend here in the US. Maybe a month or 2 months ago, we were discussing about the situation of things in Nigeria. And he was telling me about his parents that were sick. That are sick because they're still alive, that are sick. And before, the cost of their medication on a monthly basis is around 40,000 naira. Now, with the situation of things, the cost of their medication is around maybe 150K every month. That's minus food, minus anything. Now, my friend can take care of it because he's in a position of strength. He's here. By the time you send money home, you change it. It can. But there are some people that they've gone to school, they've been in school, they are earning 60K. They can't even go meet. Then again, remember that there are lots of for everybody, for a prostitute that is on the street, is selling a commodity. The reason why that commodity is selling is because there are people that wants to buy.
True. That's
you
true.
understand?
That's true.
So don't.
And when
not
I'm saying
blame.
hookup, I'm not saying only women. I'm talking about both, both
Oh,
genders.
But we all
Basically,
know it's more
do
with
not
the
blame
women, right?
someone that is selling as much as the person that is also buying.
patronizing.
If there is no market for your commodity, it's not going to sell.
True.
It is this same Nigeria that we've seen people, or just not Nigeria, generally in the world, that you've seen people that will need help. They are very talented. Their work could speak for them. They just want an opportunity. And they will be like, oh, you have to have sex with this director. You have to meet with this person. You have to do this thing. So things are generally hard.
But that's not.
I'm going to give you
and people look for a way out.
True.
Let me put another context to that. So now this, I hope you understand that we're not trying to say that.
Yeah,
we're not trying to say that hookup is good, but we're trying to tell you that neither do I have any opinion as much. I'll give you an example. So there's this single mom. She got a job, okay, and she got a job in a place where only men are top on the hierarchy. And she needed to keep the job because she had to take care of her kid. And so the guy above her wanted to sleep with her because if he doesn't, she's gonna lose the job. And so they started to pass her around. Okay, and so so she's like, if they're gonna pass me around, if I'm gonna be on this job and they'll still pass me around, I better just make money for it.
But she can pick one person and she can just live with that one person and just be getting money.
But she could have. She wish she could, but she cannot.
Why can't she?
The same way the person above her came and he went to tell the rest that, hey, I took a pass. You go try your luck.
You know, in the story, she can actually tell this person. Like I said, I'm not justifying sleeping with money. I don't think it's cute. But I feel like in this story, you're saying, what if she had told this person, okay, this is it. If you know you want to be sleeping with me, I will become a constant person that we're having sex.
Have you met really horny men before?
Yeah.
Oh, you've not. You have not.
I'm a single. I'm not.
You've not met terrible men before. I'll tell you why.
Like the world is terrible.
They don't give a damn.
I know that's very
number
true.
one. And I'm very, very sure that she probably gave him that proposal, and she's like, he'd be like, well, if my boss comes to say he wants to have a
that
piece,
makes sense. So
there's
it's not
nothing
like
you
the
want to
top
do.
boss.
He's not.
Okay,
right?
that makes sense.
And so she has, because he reports to them as well.
Okay.
And then all of them want to, so she's like, so now she's officially in.
Oh yeah, wait. I have one question.
She's hooking up.
After asking this question, we'll just go to the next question.
I'm sorry. Before that, like again, I feel pity for that woman.
I feel pity for her too.
So now you're with us now.
It is also it is on us. The last place where I think
just think
something like that should happen
in general.
The last place where I think something like that should happen is in the place of work.
In the place of work, exactly.
You should be protected in the place of work. So that one, you can go to HR. You chose not to.
In Nigeria, you can't.
Oh yeah, like retaliation and everything.
Yeah.
Still, you chose not to.
It's coming from the top. The
Just
person
to be
that
very
HR
clear.
reports to.
Right.
Just to be very clear, to answer your question again, just so that it doesn't look like we're supporting hookup or
Oh
something.
yeah, I know.
To be very clear,
The economic situation.
do you advise anyone to go to hookup? I think it's terrible, and I'm not even talking
I know
about
it is.
you as a person. I'm talking about what it does to you. Like at the end of the day, I mean, if you don't want to talk about the danger in it, like going home to strange men, the danger in
diseases,
the diseases that you get
people use
to,
protection.
or you just being with someone. I think like the concept of sex, like intimacy itself,
is a lot.
It's already, you are not fulfilling it when it's just someone that you are meeting in 5 minutes and you know that you're getting paid for it. I don't think that it might get to a stage where it gets you crazy.
Yeah.
You understand? But what I'm saying at the end of the day is this. It is not up to me sitting in a position of privilege where I have choices to tell you what you're doing is good or bad. Because you can easily tell me that you are not in my shoes. So you don't know what you will do if you are in my shoes. So that's just what I'm saying, that I'm in a position of privilege where I don't have to do that to make ends meet. I also understand there are a lot of people that don't have that position of privilege, and it is not in my place to judge them for whatever this is they do.
Okay, speaking of this now, let me ask you guys a quick question. Okay, I'll ask you 2 questions before we end the section, right? So, my first question is, and you meet a girl, and she tells you, I'm into hook up, and the reason why I'm doing it because I want to support my family. We used to go ahead. It's just a yes or no question.
Of course, no.
So I have a relationship with her.
Exactly. So you're not gonna marry that girl. She's doing a core business. So why are you trying to
Because she made the choice. That was her choice.
That's what I'm saying. There are other choices she could have made, right?
So
that means you're supporting
that
what
means
I'm
you're
saying.
gatekeeping. Why are you gatekeeping people's choices?
I'm not gatekeeping
You can
your choices.
you can only advise them to say, hey, this thing you're doing is not gonna make sense. It's not gonna help you in the future.
Okay.
And that's the repercussion, because when you're ready to settle, when you realize that what I'm doing doesn't make any sense, and now you want to settle, and you have to explain your past to your present, they're gonna decide too.
Exactly.
And they have the liberty to say,
say
I'm not
no.
gonna move
Yes.
on
Okay.
with that.
Okay. One of my last questions before we end this session: what is your experience that you've experienced in the United States and you don't want to experience anymore? Just quick and short, like an experience you've
Like
had.
a culture shock or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Culture
Yeah.
shock.
Yeah, okay, for example, for me, I think it has to be pronouns. That's a cultural shock for me.
So it's not an experience per se. It's like a cultural shock.
Okay, it can be relationship wise. Okay, let's say relationship wise.
Mine borders on respect. I used to see respect as things that come by age, but no. Now I see respect as your courage. I see respect as your ability to be able to dine with people who are more, and anybody should be respected. It shouldn't be age.
Yeah, it should be your auntie or your uncle.
Yeah, so where I came from is
uncle and auntie.
By age, I give people respect because I feel like they're older. And then it's not like I'll disrespect the younger ones.
Yeah, but
I
like
feel
the respect is more.
It's more. Then I will now start putting it in a place so that the younger one, they need to
give you the same.
No. Me, I'm from ground. I don't really bother about those things. But it's just me to them, right? I feel like they have to do something to earn my respect, right? For me to respect them, they have to do extra. So if respect is this way, I put, because this person is older, so I give him this form of respect. Because this person is younger, I put it here for no reason.
Just
because I'm aware of their age. Just because I'm aware of their age, and I feel like I'm older than this person, and so I should have this or that or know better than this person. Didn't make it's when I got here. I'm like, I sat myself now like, this thing does not make any sense actually. So that's my cultural shock change, and I adjusted to it.
What about you, Mr. Demola?
Again, it's a lot, but I just want to limit it to your question of what's your experience that you wouldn't want to experience again. I think it's the coming from Nigeria, like where, and I want to put it to the dating scene because all the questions we've been asking before, where you feel like as a man you have to do so much
for a woman,
you know, before even just to get attention, you know. We're coming from a place where a woman will tell you no, but they don't really mean it. You understand? So they feel like they feel you have to. They'll be like, put more effort.
Ladies here don't do that. They don't have
here,
time.
It's seen as you being aggressive, or in fact, like when you are being, I wouldn't lose my gentlemanliness because I think it's part of who you are, regardless. You're not just doing it. But like, if you are not there yet, and like you like call someone every day, how are you doing? Something. They see it as you're simping, you know. And then back home, some people believe that you are not even doing that, and you are saying that
exactly.
You
I
want to be in a
feel
relationship.
like if you like me, love, you should call me every day.
Yeah, you know. So it's that is that culture shock of being able to draw the line about you're being aggressive, or they think that you're coming too strong to. Oh, this is how you chill. Meanwhile, you coming too strongly to them, where you're from, is more of like, yeah, that's the standard. In fact, you're not even doing enough.
Yes, you're not doing enough. Because why would you like when you're not calling me every
pressure.
day?
Yeah, so
yes, so apply pressure. Jackie Moko like me.
You know. So at the end of the day, if you've lost like 3 people, and they'll be like, "What am I doing wrong? Why did this person not want to talk to me again?" Then you now know that it's because they think you're aggressive.
No,
I can be chill. You know,
I can be really chill.
We can really just say, I can really start a conversation with A. You know, which in my own opinion is disrespectful, but yeah, again, so I wouldn't want to experience.
I used to date somebody that if you send hate, she'll be like, "Is it me you're sending hate?"
Exactly.
Yeah. If I'm dating you, you're saying hey, who are you saying hey to? She'll be like, "Hey baby, hey my love, hey sugar," you guys are men now. You should be able to spice it up a little bit.
But some people are just cool with
So
it. In fact, they feel like that.
Like, what's up?
It's like,
if you
what's
type
up?
me A, I will type you I back. Don't please.
No problem. I don't have a problem with that.
They don't
text
mind,
me that.
you know. So at the end of the day, it's just like being seen as aggressive. That's one thing I would want to experience again.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Demola and Shola, for coming on our show today. We do appreciate you guys. You know, it's been fun talking to 2 wonderful men. We've shaked their table, and all of you that had the questions, and I hope they gave you the perfect answer for your question, ranging from the first section down to the second section. And I really hope, Bobrisky, my heart is going to you. I really wish you were doing well in your prison or your jail, and I hope you come out strong.
Justice
come
for
stronger
Bobrisky.
Justice for Bobrisky.
JFB, Justice for Bobrisky. But thank you guys so much for coming on our show. We do appreciate it. I would like to have you guys as a guest again, you know, to come and shake our table more. You feel me? But thank you so much for coming on our show. And this is the Silver Show, where we bring you race, love, laughter, and everything.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you guys, and do have a nice day. Love you. Bye.
Bye.